By law, they may be considered adults, but by their actions, they are just grown boys and girls. Adults control their emotional state and respond to situations. These grown children don't know how to appropriately respond to situations, so they just react. React with the gun, losing everything and gaining nothing. Kemari Childress was a beautiful 17-year-old young lady with her whole life ahead of her. She was previously in a relationship with Tremarion Jones. Kemari was suffering behind closed doors. She made a post that said, "I'm so tired of him making me seem like I'm a bad person, and I'm not. I do everything for him. I clean his house. I cook for him. I run him around places if he needs me to. I do any and everything for him. I never tell this boy no, and for him to try to tell people I'm just weird and crazy, I'm not. Behind closed doors, everything is different. One day he loves me, the next day he's beating me up. He sat there and fights me like I'm a boy. He punches me in face, stomach, head, back, everywhere. He throw me to the ground and stepped on me. Bites me, takes my phone, won't give it back. He done cracked my phone. He changes my Snap password so I can't get in it. He does so much that people don't see. So before everyone talks about me, make sure y'all know what he's doing too." I'm not sure of the exact date the two broke up, but some of their last photos together were around Valentine's Day in February of 2023. The fact that Tremarion had a son with Yannick Kane on June 30th, 2023 contributed to the breakup. But he was still sending messages to Kemari, wanting her to be his girlfriend again. I can imagine this made the mother of his child upset and jealous. Tremarion was also upset when she declined to take him back and posted photos with her new boyfriend. Allegedly, according to public information, Kemari was leaving CVS where she worked as a pharmacy technician and was seen on surveillance arguing with people in a red vehicle. She then enters her personal vehicle and tries to leave. Tremarion gets out of the red vehicle driver's side and starts shooting at Kemari's vehicle. Kemari then gets out of her vehicle and tries to run away, but unfortunately, she was struck in the head and collapsed to the ground. Tremarion gets back in the red vehicle and speeds off. Around 8 o'clock p.m., officers located the vehicle and tried to make a traffic stop. The vehicle led police on a short pursuit before 3 individuals ran from the car. Police were able to apprehend Tremarion and his friend Zamius Smith. Zamius was on probation for 5 years after being released for resisting arrest, detention, stop by fleeing, creating a substantial risk of serious injury or death to any person. The exact charge he is being charged with now. Yannick escaped temporarily but allegedly returned back to the crime scene 10 minutes after the shooting to get Tremarion's phone that he dropped on the ground to hide evidence for him. In January 2024, Yannick pled guilty to stealing, larceny, or theft. She is also on probation for 5 years for burglary in the 2nd degree and assault 3rd degree, and is being charged with tampering with physical evidence and felony prosecution. But she's on her mugshot smiling.
Story tonight. Some terrifying moments this afternoon in Cape Girardeau. 2 people hit by gunfire in broad daylight. In fact, we broke into programming twice today to update you, our viewers. Several people watched the scene unfold this afternoon. New at 9, our Sabrina Winters was one of the first on the scene. She joins us live in the studio with the latest updates. Sabrina?
Yes, Rod. Even at this hour, this story is still developing. We are constantly reaching out to police. Right now, we can tell you, officers say 2 people were injured after shots rang out in a CVS parking lot. We were there moments after it happened. I spoke to a woman who saw the aftermath of the shooting and investigators as they tried to find the shooter.
Yeah, that was, oh my God, that's going to be burned in my brain forever. That image is.
Scary moments a Cape Girardeau woman watched unfold. She did not want to give her name or show her face, but she tells me it was a day like any other until she pulled into the parking lot of CVS.
I pulled in and I seen a lady laying on the ground face down.
That's when she says she got out of her car and saw another vehicle riddled with bullet holes.
Looked at her and seen that she was face down, blood was pouring out her head, and she didn't look like she was alive.
She says seeing the victim be turned over to be assisted was shocking and heart-shattering.
She's just so young. It's just senseless for nothing. She's just so young.
Cape Girardeau police tell us there were 2 victims taken to the hospital by ambulance. According to her family, this is one of the people hit by the gunshots. 17-year-old Kemari Childress from Cape Girardeau, but police have yet to release names of either victim. After the shooting, William Street remained closed for almost 2 hours as police looked for clues. Witnesses at the scene told us they heard what sounded like 6 gunshots. One woman telling us she saw a fight happen in the parking lot of CVS, and then people started shooting. She says she believes a stray bullet was shot into the parking lot of the nearby Rhodes gas station. Right now, however, police say they are still looking for exactly what happened in the moments before the shooting. They say they do not have any information on a suspect.
We're still determining what actually occurred. We are talking to witnesses to determine exactly what happened.
The major case squad has been activated, and Rod will continue to follow this story, and we'll have more information in about 25 minutes. Live in the studio, Sabrina Winters, Fox 23 News.
Good afternoon. The 3 people charged in a deadly shooting that killed a 17-year-old girl and injured a man appear in court this morning. In Cape Girardeau County. Tremarion Jones has been charged with first-degree murder, among other charges. Yanique Kane was charged with tampering with physical evidence. Jameis Smith was charged with hindering prosecution and resisting a lawful stop. All 3 being held without bond. Now, they appeared in court at 10:30 this morning for their arraignments. We do have a crew in the courtroom, so look for more about what happened in the proceeding later on Heartland News. But that shooting took the life of this woman, 17-year-old Kemari Childress, who was working as a pharmacy tech at CVS when the shooting happened. The CVS in Cape released this statement saying that they are devastated to learn of Childress's death. CVS says that Childress was a bright young woman who cared for her patients. The company says that they have been in touch with the family and their thoughts and prayers are with them at this time.
Deadly shooting yesterday in Cape Girardeau that killed a 17-year-old teenager. 3 people have been arrested, including one person who is facing murder charges tonight. Let's go live to Sabrina Winters, who talked to close family friends of the victim.
Yes, Rod. Emotions are still running high. After the shooting in front of CVS, close family friends of Kemari Childress say the family is distraught, and they want to know why.
It's tough, for real. When it hits home like this and it hits close like this, it's not easy because you see one of your people hurting, fellow family members hurting.
Kwaku Arkaful is co-owner of Be Chosen Academy, and he tells me hearing the news about 17-year-old Kemari Childress is devastating. It hits home for him because he is a close friend of her parents.
No parent should be burying their child, that's probably one of the toughest things to do as a parent.
The heartbreaking news comes after Kemari was shot and killed in front of CVS. One other person was also injured by a bullet. According to the Cape Girardeau police, these are the 3 people arrested and charged. Tremarion Jones with Class A felony murder in the first degree and other charges, Zamiah Smith with hindering prosecution, and Yannick Kane with tampering with physical evidence. He says Kemari's parents are close friends, often coming to his gym. He says Kemari was a girl who was full of life.
Very polite and very nice to us and kind to us.
As the incident is still fresh, he says the feeling a mother must have from losing her daughter is unimaginable.
You know, she's struggling right now, so for everybody that's out there that knows her, and you don't know her, definitely be praying for her, her family, Jessica and Daryl.
Future Krigler is fitness trainer at Beach Chosen Academy, and he tells me the youth in the community need more guidance in activities to keep them level-headed and out of detrimental activities, and he leaves this message.
I encourage you to bring them to Be Chosen and be a part of the Be Chosen animal program.
He says our youth need more mentors to stay active and on track.
And we make them great. So give it a try. We have what you need here at Be Chosen.
Police still haven't released a motive for the shooting, but a link to Kemari's GoFundMe can be found on our website at kbsi23.com. Live in the studio, Sabrina Winters, Fox 23 News.
Such a sad story, a young lady with her whole life ahead of her. Sabrina, thank you for the latest report on that.
To the man who was shot in the crossfire, I pray you make a full recovery. To all of Kemari's family and friends, I am so sorry for your loss. If what Kemari went through, all of her hurt and pain, can stop someone from going through the same thing, then she didn't die in vain.